It's Thursday. I feel like this week's been kind of flying by now. Especially after today, only have one full day left. We leave on Saturday, so last few days feel like they've kind of been flying. But today, I think weather-wise would be the best day. The sun is out already. I think the wind's supposed to be not as bad as it's been the last few days. So what that means, obviously, more beach day. Another beach day, more beach time. So excited for that. Excited to see what the crowd level is supposed to be. Curious also if the crowd level starts to go up, because apparently this weekend's Irish weekend or whatever, which I guess is a bigger weekend around here around this time. So if that means, I'm curious if that means today, since it's Thursday, if that's when people come in for the weekend, or if it's more they come in Friday or Saturday in terms of coming in for the bigger crowds or whatever for that event. So I'm curious to see if it looks any different in terms of crowd level. My guess is probably not, but who knows? Well, we won't know until we actually get out there on the boardwalk and on the beach to see if it really is any different today in terms of crowd levels. Time has come. We're gonna head out to the beach now. We're kind of getting an earlier start today, just because we have some kind of things planned later on the day. At least some of us do. So we're just kind of get a little bit of an early start to the beach day, so we can get back a little earlier, shower off, do all those kind of things. But yeah, now it's time to head out to another beach day. Feels pretty nice out outside, a little cooler than I would have liked it, but still not terrible. So should be another fun beach day, so let's head on out there. Checking out today, going back to the first day, going to the beach where we started out before we moved to the pier, going back to this area of the beach, which is pretty much right straight ahead of where we're staying at. So going down the boardwalk and being close to where the pier was, so because there's less wind, we think this could be a good spot today actually. So let's see how it looks today current-wise. I think today is the least amount of people I've ever seen on a beach before that have actually been on. Keep thinking, the past few days it's been pretty light in the crowd on the beach, but there's essentially nobody. Honestly, like a lot of the beach that we're sitting on, as you can tell in the last couple of clips, but yeah, very surprising how little people there are. Again, it's Thursday in the middle of September, so not too really surprised by it, but still, it's also only not even 11:30, so that could also have something to do with it. Today's actually been a fantastic beach day, weather-wise at least, because it, especially for this trip, without a doubt, kind of reminds me of last year at Ocean City, where we kind of lucked out, where every day for maybe like 1 or 2 where it was crappy out. Today, perfect kind of temperature out, nice and warm with a slight breeze that cools down every once in a while once it gets a little too warm. Outside of that, it's been absolutely great. The water's a little cold, but outside of that, the beach has been great today. I mentioned before how quick it kind of is to get from where we are to where we're actually sitting on the beach. There's the other day where we had to walk down the boardwalk a little bit. This is how actual close it is to the beach house itself. Just a bit of the boardwalk there. A little past that road is pretty much that first house there. Up there, that's where the beach house is. Not where the last one in that house, but still very, very close. Even closer than last year, so I felt that was pretty close. Just had to go wash off my feet real quick, but yeah, just under, let's walk up there, but underneath here, keep walking to the road here. It's this mini golf course here and parking lot. This shot is I have currently of our house. That's where we're staying at. Don't think it could be any closer to a beach at all possible unless you were actually like physically on top of it. It's just a quick stop off at the house to use the bathroom, just because that was the closest one to there. So now it's time to head back to the beach. It's about 1 o'clock now, just about. And as I walk back to where we're sitting on the beach, I just kind of want to do another kind of pan around, just kind of show you the kind of low crowd levels that we're seeing today. Like I mentioned in a previous clip or whatever, this is probably the least amount of people I've ever seen on a beach, and that's including earlier this week and at times last year at Ocean City. It's very much dead. We pretty much have, not the whole beach, but a good amount of the beach to ourselves. But here, as I make my way up, I'll show to the other side and kind of give you a overview of how it looks crowd level wise. As I walk in here, you can kind of tell that way there's not a ton of people. Back over here where all the tents and stuff are, that's where we're sitting. So we're sitting over here, and as I pan back this way, there's even more, not a ton of people that way as well. So yeah, very much dead. Not a ton of people. I also will say, up here is very deceiving as you get from the earlier days from when you're sitting underneath that pier there. Makes it look like a lot closer than it actually is. But yeah, that's kind of how it looks down that way. Still some people, not a ton, but today is also the 19th of September 19th, so that kind of has something to do with low crowd level. That's gonna be it for today's beach day. Just wrapping up some stuff, cleaning up, and back to the house. But yeah, another great beach day out here. Wind died down a lot, especially as we've gone along today. Wind's been great, the weather's been nice, but time to head back to the house. Made it back to the house, all showered off now, but that was a great beach day. Weather was perfect, a nice little breeze, kind of cut it a little bit in the sun where it got a little too hot at times. Outside of that, it was perfectly perfect in terms of the temperature. The crowds, like I showed multiple times, very much not there. There was a few people around, we were sitting, but just not a lot. Even as we left, it was a little after 2:30 or so, 2:30, 2:45ish, and still wasn't really that packed. There may have been a few more people that joined that kind of went down after I shot the last clip of showing like a big pan of everything. But that's at that. That was really it in terms of crowds. Definitely a great beach day. In terms of the rest of the day, I think we may be just relaxing for a little bit, having an early dinner. I think the plan is kind of doing some like family-esque kind of pictures on the beach kind of thing. But after that, it's going to be more boardwalk at night. So that should be fun. Maybe go and look for some taffy or fudge or candy of some kind, or maybe go out and get some more ice cream. But yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to. So yeah, let's see how the rest of this day goes. Nearly forgot the camera. It's actually my phone because I'm recording all these on my phone, but nearly forgot it. But we're about to head out to another boardwalk, late night boardwalk. Not really late night. It's on like 7:15, 20ish. But time to hit the boardwalk. Maybe try some ice cream. Whatever else we kind of get to. Just try to get some ice cream. Maybe some or taffy or fudge or whatever kind of piques our interest while we walk down the boardwalk at night. So yeah, let's go on the boardwalk.
The next section of boardwalk got a little loud, that's why I'm doing this voiceover. But I found it interesting how going down the boardwalk, there'd be pockets of it being busy and then pockets of it being dead, which overall just made it at times would feel very eerie. So a little further down the boardwalk, I decided to do a little more shopping. And similar to when we went to Cape May, I wanted to find some kind of t-shirt or merch, something. And so far this week, I haven't really found anything. I'm looking for a little bit more luck today in terms of trying to find something.
Going pretty well so far for the night walk. Actually bought some things, so getting another little haul when I get back to the house. So far so good. Crowds are about the same, if not a little more so in parts, but still just not as crowded as I really thought it would be. Well, this is sort of Irish weather, so I think it's going to crossly pick up a little bit tomorrow with it being further.
Next up was actually what we were on the search for, was for some saltwater taffy or fudge or some kind of treat just to kind of have around the house. And the first place we hit was this place called Douglass Candies, kind of a staple in North Wildwood. And just looking at all the different kind of variety of taffy they have and fudge and everything, actually ended up being very good. So pretty much right next to Douglass Candies was Shrivers, and of course we had to step inside and look at the plethora of different taffy flavors that they offer. And not only that, the thing that blew me away the most with this one is the amount of other treat offerings they had, from different toffees they had to caramels to peanut butter cups and everything. But the thing that blew me away the most was they had about 2 or 3 displays of different fudge, and the flavors they had almost made it look like brownies. And of course, we had to do a taste test. I'm repeating myself here, but going down the section of boardwalk, you kind of see how empty this boardwalk is. There's a few people, and I get it's in the middle of September and all, but again, just it gets a little more eerie, especially when you go down this section where it's just a bunch of closed shops and very little light. It just makes the whole kind of area and walking down this boardwalk just look very eerie and kind of creepy at times.
Just made it back to the house. That was a nice little night out at walk on the boardwalk. Crowds do seem to be increasing a little bit, as I kind of expected as we're getting closer to the weekend, and with this Irish Fest weekend, whatever it is, it seems to be a bigger weekend at this time of year around in Wildwood. So I think because of that, the crowds on the boardwalks are a little bit more than it had been in previous nights out and previous days. But yeah, that's really it. Now I'm just going to show you a bit of the haul. But this is what I got. Like I mentioned, just 2 shirts, pretty much another one of those dog shirts. This one just says Wildwood on it. And front is just like the other one, just a little patch. And then this one I got, it's actually one on the Eagles, which I thought was kind of cool.
So I did that as well. I felt like I had to get it. Plus, with these, they also donate to animal shelters and stuff like that. So I feel like that makes it even more worthwhile buying these. I think both of them cost about like $24, $25, something like that. But yeah, not too bad of a purchase, I think, for these two. Anyways, with that being said, I think that's really in terms of today. Where they're just going to be relaxing, kind of wind down and everything. So that's really it for the day. Today was actually a really fun day. The beach day, like I mentioned earlier, was absolutely great weather-wise and everything. Definitely the best weather day we've gotten so far for a beach day. I think tomorrow's supposed to be another pretty nice day out, so tomorrow's going to be more of the same beach and everything. So also we got some saltwater taffy while we were out too, so can't go wrong there while we were on our boardwalk. Got some ice cream as well, so definitely fun day out today and night. So tomorrow was our last full day here, so we're gonna soak in as much beach time as we can before we have to kind of get on out of here. But with that, I think that's all I really got for today and tonight. So I guess that's it, and I'll see you guys in the morning.